Hey guys, it's TheFrXion here, Tank12, however you call me, I don't really care. Welcome back to World of Tanks, where we're today taking a look at that trading caravan that is coming to World of Tanks in just 1 or 2 days. It's going to start on the 15th of February, that's tomorrow, and it's going to go through until February 21st, 21st. And this trading caravan is basically a lot of deals that are coming in, and there's some very interesting features with these deals and also some tanks that you might be able to pick up. Now, let's talk about the caravan. It's supposed to be kind of a mix between daily deals and black market, because there are going to be deals that are like bundles. There is going to be a specific amount of bundles, and if they are gone, you cannot buy them anymore. But at the same time, you kind of can choose between the different deals. So how does this system work? It's going to be in-game. This is the button right down on the corner of the screen, and when you get to that selection screen, which I'll show you guys tomorrow, there are going to be several different things you can get. So there are going to be bundles for credits, gold, and bonds. So be sure to look into your resources, look that you have gold, bonds, and credits, because if you want to buy something, you'll need that. And you can see that there are going to be premium vehicles that you can buy. And for example, there's going to be a brand new Soviet Tier 8 heavy tank coming into the game. The Kirovets 1, we're going to talk about that in just a second. And also, there's a chance that you might be able to buy the T22 Medium. Now, the T22 Medium tank is a medium tank of the rank Tier 10. And it has a very special history in World of Tanks, because it was once a tank that was rewarded for a new game mode, and that game mode was complete chaos. It was completely broken when it first came out, and a lot of players lost their T22 Medium because they were cheating on that game mode. So it was very easy to fix the matches, especially in North America. So yeah, this is going to be quite interesting to see. We're going to take a look at both of these vehicles. There's going to be the ability to pick vehicles for a 7-day rental. That is going to be probably one of the best deals for a lot of new players to try out these premium tanks for themselves. There are going to be 3D styles, 2D styles, improved equipment for bonds, 360 days of premium time, and other in-game goodies. Very important is that you only get the bundles and from the styles and the vehicles that you do not have on your account, so you're not going to get something twice, and that is certainly very nice, because you're not going to get like duplicates like we had in other events prior. So you can shuffle 3 times per day. When you have shuffled 3 times, like, you can change the bundle that you're seeing. Basically, you have to pay 75,000 credits for each shuffle that you do after that. And you can store 6 of these bundles. You can save them, and you can still buy them later on, but every single bundle is only going to be available as long there is stock. And as you can see right here, item status in stock. So there's going to be a bar filled with 3 different segments, and if it's fully filled, all of them are filled, it means that the item is in stock. 2 of them that there's demand for this item, and only 1 is that the item is running out. So basically, Wargaming are creating the same sort of immediate sense of urgency that you have to buy it, because players are buying the bundle. So especially with the T22 Medium and the Kirovets, I think a lot of players will be buying. So if you want to pick up one of these bundles, you definitely have to be fast. Now for the whales, certainly it looks like if you're the first there, come first, serve first. That's basically the way it works. Now, I think that is the general gist of the event. We haven't had an event like this prior. There are going to be a lot of different deals, probably for 6 days. It's going to be quite interesting. We're going to check it out tomorrow. Very first thing when we get, when we wake up and when we have the chance to log in. And hopefully, I want to pick up the T22 Medium tank. The Kirovets is not that interesting for me because it's another tier A premium Russian heavy tank, but the T22 medium tank is a very special one that I just want to take a look at. I know that it isn't as good as it once used to be, but I still think that I want to take a look at it and try to get it. But I think that's about the most important part of the Caravan. I'd say we move on over to the Kilovets real fast and the T22 Medium so that you guys know what you're getting yourself into when you have the chance of buying a Kilovets or a T22 Medium. So it is basically a IS-3 turret with a defender's hull. So I think that's something that a lot of players will already like because the, not the defender, the Object 703 hull. The 703 hull is extremely well armored on the upper plate, and the lower plate is also decently armored enough, but the upper plate is really, really tough. Very difficult to go right through, as you can see with APCR, with 221 millimeters of penetration. Basically no chance of being able to penetrate the upper plate of the Kilovets. Now the turret is IS-3 turret. It looks like a stock IS-3 turret, and the main weak spots are going to be right here, the cupolas on top. So if you have the ability or the possibility of shooting right there and there, you might be able to go right through. Then there are also some other weak spots on the IS-3, but it looks like they fixed some of them, but most of the time the right here, the cupolas, the lower plate, those are the places that you can penetrate. So it's a tank with 122 millimeter gun, 390 alpha damage, 1877 DPM, so it's not the worst, it's also not the best. You can see the aim time, dispersion, all are not very good. They're quite bad, to be fair, but the top speed is decent enough. 42 kilometers per hour top speed. Power to weight isn't the worst for a heavy tank with 15.18 horsepower per ton. And you can see the soft stats, at least the hard stats, the medium stats are quite good. The soft stats aren't very good though. And you can see the effective traverse is also not very good. So like the traverse speed that you have is not very good. 27.12 degrees per second, so this tank is not going to be able to turn around very quickly. Neither is the turret traverse. I think, where's the turret traverse? Let me check real fast. Turret traverse isn't as good either. Right here, 25.03 degrees per second. And one very important thing to note as well is gun depression, 5 degrees, not a lot. It's a Soviet heavy tank. 18 degrees of gun elevation on the other hand are quite nice. So the main thing that you have once more is the armor. The hull armor is very good. The turret armor is decent enough, but it's not the best. And then you have 1550 HP. 360 meters view range is okay. The tank costs about 9,600 gold. And yeah, I'd say like the armor, it's basically a better armored IS-3, but with the difference, I'm not sure if the IS-3 has, I think the IS-3 has APCR as premium shells instead of heat, but the gun stats, at least the characteristics, they don't look too great, but I think the tank is still going to be performing quite nicely. If you like Soviet heavy tanks, I think that's going to be basically what you're expecting. So for the Soviet heavy tank connoisseurs, there is that choice. Then we have the T22 Medium, which is a tier 10 medium tank, as I mentioned prior, and it was the very first tank in the game that had a V-shaped hull. As you can see right here at the front, there's the V-shape, the tracks that are connected to the vehicle itself, and you can see from the side it's quite difficult to actually penetrate this tank. And right here it actually tells you like there's a chance that it absorbs the damage, so very, very shitty kind of thing. That is one of the main selling points, because you can reverse side scrape with the T22 Medium. That was one of the big things, but you can see that the DPM is decent. Penetration is okay. You have the same kind of layout, APCR and heat shells. Damage is also the same as with the Object 140 and the T62, but you can see the dispersion is not the best. The aim time is decent enough, but you only have 5 degrees of gun depression, which is horrible in today's game. Your top speed is 55 kilometers per hour, so that's decent enough. You're going to be as fast as Object 140. The power to weight ratio is also okay, but the armor is definitely the main selling point of this tank, because the V-shaped hull. Now I've heard a lot of players not being very happy with this tank. I haven't played it, so I don't really have the experience to say anything, but I know that they're not really happy because of the gun depression, and also because the gun characteristics. The gun is a bit of a disappointment, they say sometimes. And then you also have 1900 HP and 400 meters base view range. So is this tank worth it? Now, I think it's a collector vehicle. Now, if you're a collector like me, this is certainly a tank that you might want to pick up. And yeah, I think it's going to be very, very much contested this time around. So what do I think about the Trading Caravan? I think it's another way of wargaming to basically drain everything that we have gotten out of the Christmas event, because they're trying to get us to spend all those currencies that we have, so that they can charge us again, so that we buy more gold. That's, I think, the tactic right here. Now, I'm very interested in seeing what it's going to be like. I don't really want to form an opinion before it has started, but I've seen that a lot of players are quite negative towards this, because it's going to create this artificial want for something, and it's gonna make us players compete against one another again. But I think at least it's not as bad as with the auction, because the price is going to be fixed. At least that's what from what I've seen. But either way, we're gonna see how well it's going to run, and if it's going to be a good event. Hopefully there's some deals that players can get, and yeah, I'll be making videos on the deals, and I'm gonna tell you guys what I've got. At the end, there's going to be a review, and you can follow me with that. I'll see you guys on the next one. Till then, as always, have a good one. Peace out.